In the Message translation, here is how it reads. While all this was going on, Peter was down in the courtyard. One of the chief priest's servant girls came in and, seeing Peter warming himself there, looked hard at him and said, "You were with the Nazarene Jesus." He denied it. "I don't know what you're talking about." He went out on the porch, a rooster crowed. The girl spotted him and began telling the people standing around, "He's one of them." He denied it again. After a little while, the bystanders brought it up again. "You've got to be one of them. You've got Galilean written all over you." Now Peter got really nervous and swore, "I never laid eyes on this man that you're talking about." Just then the rooster crowed a second time. Peter remembered how Jesus said, "Before a rooster crows twice, you'll deny me 3 times. Look at this last sentence. He collapsed in tears. He knew what he had just done. Now let's go back a little bit. In chapter 14, I want to read you another piece. While they're in the Garden of Gethsemane, I want to remind you of a little bit of who this Peter is. Because I think you'll see yourself in Peter as well. Okay? Jesus is praying around verse 32 to 34. He is asking God to take the cup from him. He's saying, if there's another way to save these folks that you have brought me here to save, that you've sent me on this mission to accomplish, let's do something different, because the way of the cross is brutal. God said, that's the only way. He came back, he found Peter asleep. He said, "Simon, you went to sleep on me." In verse 37. It says in the Message, can't you stick it out with me for a single hour? Stay alert, be in prayer, so that you don't enter the danger zone without even knowing it. Don't be naive. Here's the line I want us to hang out on just for a second. Part of you is eager, ready for anything in God. Okay, you see that? Part of you is eager and is ready for anything in God. Let's go, let's do it. But another part is as lazy as an old dog sleeping by the fire. That's the other part. That's the other part. You ever get in the middle of doing something that somebody has invited you to be a part of? You're going, yeah, I want to do that. That sounds great. That'd be fun. And then the next thing that you know, you're in the middle of it, but you have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea why you said yes, but you said yes anyways. Somebody said you want to go on this overnight hiking trip. It's going to take us 3 days. It's going to be fun. We'll pack all of our stuff in and we'll sleep in tents. And all of a sudden, you find yourself walking up this mountainside with a group of folks, and you're thinking to yourself, "I've never been hiking in my life. I don't even know what I'm doing. Why did I say yes to this?" See, you have that desire to do it, but you've not really taken a good hard look inside to know if you can do it. And you have no intentionality, which means you haven't prepared yourself. You just jumped in. You just jumped in there. And you didn't know a whole lot about what you were doing, but you did it anyway just to say that you could do it. Okay, I see a little bit of that happening with Peter. Peter says, "Hey, I want to be a disciple. I mean, I quit fishing. I left the nets. I dropped those babies in the boat, and here I am. I've been with you for 3 years. Yes, I want to do what you have me here to do, but I'm just not sure how to do it." And so, instead of asking questions along the way, the right questions of how to do and how to be, they're asking Jesus other kinds of questions like, "Could you say that story one more time about you dying and all this raising up?" We don't understand that. Been with him for 3 years, and they don't understand that. But those are the questions they're asking him, instead of, "Hey, you know what? What's the deal here? When you do all of this, we're going to be left here, so then what do we do? What do we do?" And he's been telling them the whole time. They've just not been paying attention. So Peter hasn't prepared himself well. He just wants to be on the action. Okay?